Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. What is happening? How are you guys doing today? It is the end of the work week, and the weekend awaits us. Hope you guys had a good week, and that you're looking forward to the weekend. Have some good plans, or some plans to not have plans, and just relax, whatever you may choose to do with your time. You're looking at this tableau before you, and I'm sure you're wondering, what is going on here? What is all of this? Well, this box has 20 vintage packs in it, a mix of football and hockey, and it corresponds, coincidentally enough, to this big pink D20, which has 20 sides and 20 numbers. So how does all this fit together? It fits together on a little thing we like to do called dorking with dice. That's right. For those of you not familiar, I roll this big pink D20. Whatever number comes up, that is the pack I open out of the magic box. That's right. That is dorking with dice. It's very simple, but yet very rewarding and fun. There are some great packs in here, but some especially good packs in the 1, 10, and 20 position, and I'll show you those real quick before we start rolling that big pink D20. Here's a 1982 Topps hockey pack. This is in the number 1 slot, and it's been there for quite a while. So I'm hoping that we get to open that today. That would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy it. If you want to see one of these get opened, check out Julie Farnham's channel, because I sent her some vintage packs over the holidays. She was away and recently got back and just opened the batch of vintage hockey packs I sent her. It included one of these 1982 packs, and she pulled quite well. There were Hall of Famers just spilling out of that thing. I'm not going to spoil it, but she pulled some good cards out of there, so you want to check that out if you were curious to see one of these open. She did so on her channel this week. And if you don't know Julie Farnham, then, man, you are missing out. She's a wonderful, wonderful channel, wonderful person. She's super generous. Some people call her the angel of the card community, and I am one of them. She is extremely generous, sends cards to people all over the world, and has some wonderful cats. She has some feline friends, including the land kraken, that help her with her openings, and Julie's just a really lovely person. So check out her channel if you haven't already. I think you'll be enjoying it very soon. In the 10 spot, we've got this pack of Fleer Flair Football, the alliterative pack that has also been in the box for a little while. I've opened one of these on the program before, and the cards were beautiful, but I didn't feel as though the pack really yielded us anything special, and so I don't know. Now I got to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it goes here. All right, good to know. And then in the 20 spot, we've got this gem, a 1984 Topps football pack, which shows us it could have Super Bowl trip winning. You could get the time machine. Topps has a time machine. They could send you back to 1984. You could go back to that Super Bowl instead of awaiting this year's Super Bowl, which looks like a very good one, by the way. I'm looking forward to the matchup. I think pretty good matchup. Should be a very good Super Bowl among the top seeds this year. But I'm sure the 1984 Super Bowl was very good. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was it the 49ers? I think it was the 49ers, but I don't remember who they were playing. I'm sure one of you guys can tell me, because you can look it up on Mr. Internet, and they have all kinds of information there from what I'm told. Anyway, you can get all kinds of great rookies out of this pack. This is a very good pack of football from the 80s. John Elway rookie, Eric Dickerson rookie, Dan Marino rookie, many others that I'm not even thinking of because I'm old and my memory isn't very good anymore. Let's roll this big pink D20 and see what the first pack is we get to open on today's program. It was almost number 20. Did you see that? That was very close. Instead, we get number 8. Not too bad. Let's see what we have here. 10, 9, 8 is, it's another collector's choice football pack from 1994. Opened one of these on the show last week, and really did not pull very much out of it. That was exciting to me. Jerry Rice on the front of this one. We've been opening this a lot lately, but we're going to do it again, and maybe we'll pull a little bit better. I feel like we have not had a lot of luck with these packs, but maybe this one will do a little bit better for us this week. It's the first pack of several, though, so even if it doesn't do that well, then that's okay. Just as last week, these are slightly sticky, but not too bad. Rodney Holman from the Lions starts us off. The back of the cards also have some very nice pictures. They're even more nice when you get them in focus. There we go. That's what we're talking about. So there's Rodney Holman for you. We got, who is this? Venice Glenn coming up here. If I can get them off of that card. I've got a couple here. So there's Venice Glenn from the Vikings, Julie Farnham's favorite team. Ken Rutgers from the Packers. I don't remember him, quite honestly. And there's Rob Burnett, good player for the Browns, defensive lineman, I believe. Jeff Lageman, yeah, I don't remember him either. Didn't really follow the Jets back then and don't really follow them now, so nothing has really changed since the 90s. Tracy Simeon and Dan Footman. Yes, Dan Footman from the Browns. We got a Bengals player, Carl Pickens, good receiver for them. I remember Carl Pickens. He is actually a very good receiver. John L. Williams, good running back for the Seahawks there. He looks disgruntled, though. That's a frowny face, John Williams. Cheer up, Johnny. You're playing in the NFL, buddy. It's not that bad, even though you're one of the Seahawks in the 90s, which maybe was that bad. All right, what do we have here? This looks like some sort of insert. It is Traditions of Excellence, and it is the running back Ricky Watters for the 49ers, a Traditions of Excellence. Pretty nice backs to these cards. Very nice photo and that very regal-looking blue color. I like that one. Put that one on top. And we flip this over. Rookie class of 1994. It's Greg Hill from the Chiefs. And our last card is the, I think this is the silver insert. You get one of these every pack. It's Levon Kirkland, linebacker for the Steelers. So I'm going to leave that Traditions of Excellence card on the top. I think that was the best one we pulled. Ricky Watters. No Hall of Famers out of that pack, I don't think. So hopefully we'll do better with this, our second roll. What will we get here? Well, that goes all the way over into Brooks Robinson's territory. The hot corner over here. It is number 17. We pull a 17 just about every time we do this. So no surprise there. And as always, I try to load up the 17 spot with something pretty interesting. Here's 20, 19, 18, and 17. This week is 1992 Pacific Pro Football Plus, and it is the Super High Gloss Series 1. And in this case, we are, let's get this right up close to the camera so you can check it out yourself. We are looking for Largent. That's right. They had the worst slogans ever of any sports card company. I don't know what Pacific was thinking, but it's better than Glance for Greasy, which was one of their other genius slogans that they came up with. Look for Largent is a little bit better anyway. It is alliterative as all their slogans were. So anyway, you can get, there's a 9-card Steve Largent insert set that we can look for here, and he signed 1,000 cards for this set, so we could always find one in here. You never know. So let's get into this Pacific Plus. This is 1992, so some good cards in here. Plenty of Hall of Famer possibilities here. Put that over there, and we start off with Tim Manoa. These are a little stickier than the Collector's Choice card. I gotta put these in the freezer or something. Tim Manoa there. Carlos Huerta, that is a rookie card, I think, of that kicker there. And you can see what the backs of these look like. These are out of focus, so that's going to work out better when I get them up close. There you go. Did you know that Carlos Huerta set the NCAA record of 157 consecutive point after? I didn't know that. That's pretty good to know. Reggie White. There we go. That's a nice one. Reggie White, of course, Hall of Famer. We pulled a Reggie White in a recent pack here on the show as well. Was it last week or was it this week? It's all a blur to me. But anyway, there's Reggie White, and he is stuck to Ron Wolfe, or Reggie White in the Wolf lair, because I like him. Dwight Stone, wide receiver for the Steelers there. Get that in focus. Doing a horrible job with keeping these in focus today. My apologies. John Taylor, great wide receiver for the 49ers. Definitely had his moment in the Super Bowl. Cortez Kennedy, very good defensive tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. Lawrence Dawsey, who I do not remember. He was a wide receiver for the Buccaneers. Gerald Riggs, good running back there for the Washington football team. Brian Baldinger, yeah, I do remember him now. I was having a hard time reading that. I got to put my spectacles on before I do this. Patrick Rowell, that's another rookie there. You can see he's in the Cal uniform, but that is not, of course, who he ended up playing with. He's still in the Cal uniform there. Rowe set an NCAA record with 9 consecutive 100-yard receiving games. Very impressive. James Joseph there, running back for the Eagles. Lewis Sharp, good tackle for many years for the Cardinals. And our last card is Aaron Jones, defensive end. Different from the Aaron Jones running back. Who do we want to put on top? I'm not so sure that I'm excited about any of these guys. I'll put John Taylor on top. He was actually a very good player. That gives us 2 49ers. Even though they didn't get to the Super Bowl, they were beset by just a cavalcade of injuries that game. But nonetheless, the Eagles, man, they really dominated that game, and they are certainly deserving of their place in the Super Bowl this year, no question about it. Let's roll our third pack here for the day. See what we got. We did get number 20. That is exciting. Man, we get nothing but football today, but not a problem for me. I love opening football. Number 20, as you will recall, is this beauteous 1984 Topps football pack. Even more beauteous when it is in focus. There we are. This should be a lot of fun. There are a ton of great Hall of Famer rookies in here. Lots of other Hall of Famers as well. Had this in my collection since 1984, and I am only too thrilled to be opening it with you guys today. This is it's a very nice pack, although I think the gum feels a little bit like it's welded to the front card there. It's not budging, so that front card may be a lost cause, but that's okay. We'll see what the rest of the cards look like. Get this opened. Be a superstar, say no to drugs, that's for sure. You got to definitely be a superstar every day and avoid those drugs. What else do we have to say on this pack? You can win a trip to the Super Bowl like we talked about, so go back in time and do that. Ezra Johnson and his skeptical face greets us from this pack. Ezra Johnson there is our first card. Get that in focus for you so you can enjoy Ezra Johnson. Sort of, he's not too sure about that. Now our last card, I'm going to pull this out because it is... the gum is indeed welded to it. It's Rick Woods from the Steelers. So I'm glad that is not a Dan Marino rookie. That would have been very, very distressing to pull something like that. So let's see what else we have in here. Ezra Johnson. We got, looks like a James Lofton team leader card there. Always liked James Lofton, and I think he's a good announcer, too. He's a color commentator, and I think he does a good job. Charlie Joyner, one of my favorite wide receivers of the area. Always liked Charlie Joyner quite a lot. He was a very talented guy, and always liked seeing him play. So that's pretty cool for me. I like that one. I'll put that on top. Mark Murphy, Pro Bowler safety for the Redskins there. That was the name of the Washington football team back then. John Jefferson, the other half of that great wide receiver tandem for the Packers back then. John Jefferson and James Lofton, man, those guys were super good and super talented. We got Steve Kreider there, the wide receiver for the Bengals. I was hoping for a different wide receiver for the Bengals named Collinsworth, but Steve Kreider, not too bad. Joe Theismann, another Pro Bowl Redskin card there. He was, of course, the quarterback. Pretty nice card there. I was never a fan of the Washington football team because I was always rooting for the Baltimore football team, but you know, Theismann, he also has done some acting, which is kind of strange. Freddie Solomon, wide receiver for the 49ers there. Liked him as well. Joe Jacoby, another, this is crazy, a third Pro Bowler for the Redskins, Joe Jacoby. Though when I used to see Joe Jacoby interviewed because the Redskins' offensive front was called the Hogs, and they were quite famous back then. And Joe Jacoby was this very soft-spoken guy, even though he was this massive guy. He was very soft-spoken, and I always thought that was kind of funny. But seemed like a very nice guy, Joe Jacoby. We got the NFC Championship card there where the Redskins beat the 49ers by 3 points. Redskins certainly did well that season. Neil Lomax, longtime quarterback for the Cardinals. Ray Donaldson there with the Colts. And Lawrence Taylor, now that is a winner there. That is awesome. Beautiful card of Lawrence Taylor there, Pro Bowler and one of the all-time greatest defensive men in the NFL. Huge pull for us. Like that one a lot. Certainly put that one right with Reggie White, another of the all-time greatest defensive men. Charles Alexander, the running back for the Bengals, finishes that pack off for us. That was a nice one. I'm going to leave Charlie Joyner on top there. And we're going to roll again. We pulled one of the big packs. Maybe we can pull one of the other ones. I'd love to hit that 1 or that 10. And maybe we'll get a hockey pack today. So far it's been nothing but football. Let's see if we can roll a hockey out of the magic box today. Here we go. What is the number for us? It is, oh man, it was so close to number 1. That was very nice. But instead, we get 7, and that's not so bad. Now I'm trying to remember how we did this. I think we pulled 8 already, but I don't think we pulled 7. So how am I going to do this? I guess I'll go from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 would be, we do get a hockey. It is the Pro Set 91-92 Series 1, who claim to be the hottest cards on ice. I think I sent one of these to Julie Farnham as well, as I remember. I just watched her video this week, and I think she opened one of these as well, and actually she pulled pretty well out of it, actually. There's some fun cards in Pro Set. There's no question about it. It was a very highly printed thing that happened there back in the 90s, as many of these sets are, but still some very nice cards in here. There's Al McGinnis starting us off. It looks like he's got some sort of face guard on there. I'm trying to get that to the camera so you can see. Al McGinnis and his face guard, or maybe he's just wearing some sort of headgear for his braces. I'm not sure. Al McGinnis right there with Calgary. Rick Tosche, nice in-action shot of him. Mike Krushelinski from the Leafs. Shout out to Leaf fan down under. We got Pat Eliniak from the Jets and Kevin Miller from Detroit. Rob Kudelewski from the Kings there. And Brian Propp, longtime player in the NHL. I remember Brian Propp well. He played with several teams. I'm trying to remember. I think he was with the Bruins for a while. And there we got Peter Svoboda. I don't know if he's related to the baseball player from the 70s, Ron Svoboda, or not, but Peter Svoboda there. Steve Yzerman, that is a nice one. Big pull for us there. That's a sweet pull. Nice Steve Yzerman card there. Looks like he's having a discussion about the works of Albert Camus with the referee there. I'm sure those guys are talking about the merits of The Stranger and how, significant that has been to Steve Yzerman's life. Look at the back of that one. He looks like he's really thinking there, too. He looks very pensive, like he is thinking about French literature there. Put that one in the Wolf Lair for sure. Ray Bourque, another Hall of Famer. Ray Bourque with a very strange expression on his face. I don't want you to miss that. The person behind him has kind of a strange expression, too. That's a weird thing going on there. Anyway, Ray Bourque, great player. And Wayne Gretzky, man, what is even going on with this pack? We are pulling fire. That is awesome. Put Bourque on top, put Gretzky over there. He's in his all-star gear. He's not wearing his team uniform, but he's wearing his all-star uniform, as you can see there. And he was clearly the captain of the All-Stars there, which is something I should start putting on my business card. Captain of the All-Stars. That'd be awesome. Nice Gretzky card there. I like that pull a lot. We got Brett Hull. Man, this pack is nuts. Brett Hull, that's kind of an odd expression he has, like he's kind of goofing off or something. Brett Hull there, he's also in his all-star gear, but unlike Gretzky, he is not a captain. You haven't earned it yet, Brett. He'll be there one day, though. Don't worry. Al McGinnis again. We get two Al McGinnis there. He is in his all-star gear. Al McGinnis, we got a lot of all-star cards out of this. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when I said there are some cool cards in Pro Set. There were a lot of very old images and throwback sort of things going on there. I don't know who this player is. He's with the Leafs. Or maybe this is just about the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not sure. It's the Kid Line, Toronto's terrific trio. That is pretty cool. The Kid Line was 1930 when Conn Smythe placed Joe Primo on a forward unit with newcomers Harvey Busher Jackson and Charlie Conacher. The Kid Line led the Leafs into the Stanley Cup Finals 4 times. That is awesome. Love that historical stuff. You guys know I'm a real sucker for that stuff. That is a beautiful card, and I'm definitely wolf-lairing that one. That is great. Then we got somebody hoisting a trophy here. Is that the Bing or is it the Conn Smythe? It is the Frank Selke trophy. That tells you how poorly I recognize trophies just by sight. And it's Dirk Graham, who I don't even remember. He was the Blackhawks captain, apparently. Dirk Graham there. He looks pretty delighted to have that trophy, and who could blame him? Instant win rules. That's propaganda. We're not going to keep that. But we'll leave the tuxedo trophy guy on top there. And look at the largesse we pulled out of that pack and out of the Magic Box this week. I think we did pretty well. That pack was fire. We got that beautiful historical card there of the Kid Line. Brett Hull looking a bit smirky. Wayne Gretzky, captain of the All-Stars. Yes, that's right. Steve Yzerman, debating French literature, and Lawrence Taylor, one of the all-time greats, along with Reggie White, one of the other all-time greats from football. So some pretty nice PC cards for me and some fun packs to open. I'll probably PC that Charlie Joyner card too. Always liked him. I'm not sure I have that one. I'll have to check my collection. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I had a blast. I always do on Dorking with Dice, opening these vintage packs. One of the highlights of my weeks. And I hope that it is for you guys as well. As I said, have a great weekend. Hope you have good plans, and I will be back here on Monday with some fun stuff to open. Going to probably do a mail day on Monday. I have several things that have come in from some recent online purchasing, and I think I also have something here. Can't actually see it because the other side of the room is obscured by a chair right now, but I think I've got a package here from one of you awesome people as well that I will get to open on Monday too. So have a great weekend, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you back here on Monday. And as always, happy collecting.